mail. That's right. We got vape mail today. What's inside? What is this? I feel bubbles. Well, what is this? What in the heck could this possibly be? Bam! That's right. The Zephyrus version 2. The Zephyrus version 2. Man, you just gotta love it when you get new vape mail, and today's no exception. We'll be back here in a little bit, talk about it, open it up, see what. Hello and welcome back. This is Matt Heels, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at what's inside the Zephyrus V2. Let's take a look at the packaging here. It says Zephyrus V2 right there on the side. Got a little authenticity code right there in the front with a scratch off. To scratch it off, make sure you got an authentic piece. And over here we got the UPS code, and then here we have on the back some instructions. Alright, so this is the Zephyrus 2. I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and I do like UD's packaging. They've got really nice little plastic case it comes in. All the pieces are set in here nice. It comes with a 0.3 ohm recommended 20 to 50 watt coil. See if you can read that. Now, it says build deck, or you can use coils. I haven't tried the coil out yet, but I will have by the time I do the full review. This is just the quick look. It does come with an extra Pyrex glass, which is great. In that Pyrex glass is a little bag of goodies. We have a block right here in case you want to single coil it, and some different colored O-rings. It has one extra screw right there, and they're not grub screws. They're Phillips head, which is great, man. They've got a hardened tip to them, so I haven't had any problems at all, not marring or anything, even coming close to stripping out. Good job, UD. And then here we have the actual Zephyrus V2. Let's go ahead and go over some of the dimensions on this. Your tank height is 49 millimeters minus the drip tip. It's got a 22 millimeter diameter. It is top fill. With a filling hole and a venting hole. The stiffness on the top is great. It's not too stiff, not too loose. Plus, it's got some knurling there, so you can get your fingers on it. Kind of like that. Another plus. Man, it's got a lot of airflow, man. It's not massive, like by comparison to, like, say the Twisted Messes or something like that. It's not airflow like that, but it's got a great amount of airflow for an RTA. It has 4 of these holes right here down at the bottom, going all the way around there. And one special feature that I haven't seen any other reviewer talk about yet, but I saw it and I decided to kind of mess with it a little bit. Let me tell you what, UD, I've got to give you some props on this right here. There is a little itty bitty hole right there, and I'm not sure if you can see that or not. It's just a little pinhole, man. But that will produce mouth to lung hits, man. Mouth to lung hits. And not only just mouth to lung hits, but good ones. Has great taste and great vapor production for a mouth hit. So if you're looking for a transition on going from, say, like just a mouth to lung hit device to where you have options of a mouth to lung, building your own coils, or using installed coils, this is the unit right here. This is the go-to unit, I'm saying right now. All right, so on the bottom we have a 510 pin. Now this 510 pin is not protruding. It does protrude just a little bit, but not enough to put on a hybrid mech mod, so I'm going to say do not use this on a hybrid mech mod. The tip here has rifling. And that rifling goes from your drip tip all the way down through the chimney. So, let's go ahead and take it apart and check it out. We have the airflow ring right here. Just comes, just comes right off like that. I haven't had any issues with that. Kind of like it. And there's a specific way I like to take this tank apart and put it back together. And I'll explain that to you here in just a second. What I like to do is go ahead and get my hand firmly planted on the top, and we're going to take the bottom off. That's how we're going to do that right there. All right. This is your bottom section here. Your 510 and your airflow. There's a good look at your Phillips head screws on the inside. And this well right here also comes apart, screws off. Gotta also give UD some credit, man. All the threading on this unit is great, man. It's really great. This is a little look at your well. All right. Now then, what I've been rocking in here is a 3mm 8 wrap 26 gauge Canthal build, dual cool. Now what I'm going to say to you is, in this little well here, 3mm wrap is going to be real tight tolerances. So if you're new to building, I'm going to say you probably want to go with a smaller diameter. I was able to make this work with no problem, and it hits really, really good. On the top here, you got your drip tip. It's got a dual O-ring right there at the bottom. Maybe a little bit better look at the rifling there. Now here's a better look at your top fill. That's open. You got your vent hole and your fill hole. And the difference between when you close it and open it, you'll see the red. So it's kind of like a little indication, a little warning that, hey, this is open. Go ahead, take this apart. And this is a look at your Pyrex tank. Excuse the juice all over it. I have been putting this thing through its paces. And then we have top of your chimney. And you might be able to see that rifling in there. Maybe not with this camera, I'm not sure. Okay, now I would like you to notice right here on the base of this chimney there are threads. Okay, now those threads do go into your well, like so. When you put it back together. Now, one thing I can say is there's no stop in between there. So if you get it on there, see what I'm saying? But this really isn't a con for the way I put it back together. And if you stick to the way I I show you how to put it back together, you shouldn't have a problem with it at all. So what we're going to go ahead and do, let me go ahead and just say this. These O-rings for the top and bottom for the tank, man, they are stiff, and I mean stiff once you when you first get it. So if you put them on, I like to do this with the top actually right here. I just put the gasket right in there, and then that press fits right in there, no problem, just like so. It has become a little bit easier since I've been, I don't know, I probably put about 6-7 tanks through this thing already. So what I'm going to say about that is that it's loosened up a little bit since then. It's a little bit easier, but man, it's still stiff. But the good part about that is you're not going to get any leaking. You're not going to get any issues of that nature going on, and that's a good thing in my book. So what you're going to do is you're I'm going to put this right back on here like so. Screw it back down. Put your airflow ring back on. And the reason why I say to put it together like this is because when you put this on, these are so stiff, you can start to get your seat right there. You see what I'm saying? You start to get a seat. You want to get a hold of the top and start cranking down the bottom section. That's what I like to do. Actually, let's take that bottom ring off first. Yeah. Just like that. Now, I've only had one leaking issue with this. It was completely my fault. I'm going to go ahead and say that right off the top. It was my bad totally. And that was because I didn't get this tightened up. Okay? So it leaked on me. But since then, I've had no problems, man. I've laid this on its side, just like this, on the device every single night that I've had this thing. Not a drop, not a single drop has come out of this. So these O-rings really kick butt in my opinion. Okay, so that's a look at the Zephyrus V2. Let's go ahead and fill it and see how it acts. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the old faithful Sigeli here, TC150. This is with the airflow wide open. Here we go. Man, nice thick vape. Good and tasty. Now here's something I wanted to show you. Like I said, I haven't seen any other reviewers do anything of this nature. And if there is someone out there and I've missed you, hey, sorry. But this is what I've noticed. And I seen this little hole right here, okay? And I was checking that out. I was like, wow, because I was closing it down to fill it. And that hole was there. I was like, well, is that going to cause any kind of, release of back pressure when I close it off, or anything of that nature? That's what I was worried about, is, that causing it to leak. But it didn't. And I had no problem with it at all. So I said, man, there's got to be a reason for that hole to be there. So, you know what? I decided, hey, I'm going to try a mouth to lung hit with that. Just that open, just that, and see what kind of airflow. And you get, it's a tight airflow. Still at the same 45 watt or 41 watts, 3.5 volts, 0.31 ohms, and here we go. Man, really nice restrictive mouth to lung hit. But all in all, I've got to say, man, that right there, that's a big plus, UD. It's a big plus for anybody wanting to move straight from a mouth to lung device into a tank setup where they have more versatility, where they can use their, the pre-built coils or build their own coils. Man, that's a big plus for me. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and open this back up, turn this sucker back up. I'll go ahead and take a hit off this thing and let y'all get back to your business. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm Matt Hills. Stay safe. Keep vaping.